Welcome into the middle of the gaming podcast. I just hurt my wrist. Ow. Dang it. Okay, so we have Brendan and Jess here today.
Hello.
Hi.
Anything worth mentioning, guys?
Thanksgiving happened.
Thanksgiving happened. Stuff happened. It was
Yes.
good. I ate food. Did you eat food?
Yes, I ate food.
Did you eat food, Jess?
No.
She didn't eat food. She just starved herself. It
No, I ate food. It was pretty good.
was good times. Good times.
Yeah.
I had good food. Did you guys do any Black Friday shopping?
No.
No?
I worked
You worked.
Black Friday.
I
Just
went and
worked.
bought stuff at like 3 in the afternoon.
Did you make time and a half or double?
Yeah,
double
because I
anything?
worked Thanksgiving night.
Nice. You bought what? Doing what?
I forget what I bought, actually.
He bought naughty things. He doesn't want to mention it.
No, my parents made me go
Do those
shopping.
places even have Black Friday sales?
I don't know. Maybe.
What?
I've never gone to look. So
Like sex shops, do they have Black Friday
I
sales?
don't know, Courtney, do they?
I've never gone to look. I just said that.
Yeah, but you've probably gone to buy.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Well, yeah.
So, anyways, my Black Friday, I grabbed a lot of games. The Dead Space trilogy, Uncharted trilogy, The Last of Us, Persona 4 Golden, Ys Memories of Celceta, Risen 2, DMC Devil May Cry, and Remember Me, and 16
You got
gigabyte
DMC
memory card
Devil
for my
May
Vita.
Cry?
What?
You got DMC Devil May Cry?
Yes, I did get DMC
Can
Devil
you
May
do
Cry.
like a Let's Play for that so I can see you play it?
Maybe.
Because I'm so full.
But yeah, I snagged that one for $9.99. I was like, yeah.
Ooh, that is so cool.
So yeah, I got like $150 spent on games that were probably worth like over $300. So yeah, it was good times. Good times. Our software is messing up recording, so like it echoes every once in a while. So we're gonna try and keep segments short so we can stop recording and then start recording again on each segment so that it doesn't echo. And if it does, we're sorry. We're gonna try to figure it out soon. So anyways, moving on to the news from nowhere.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da.
Bum, bum,
Bum.
bum.
Bum. All right, Brendan, hit me up with that hot news, yo.
EA Canada reportedly developing open-world next-gen Star Wars game.
Hell yeah!
That sounds awesome.
I can't wait.
Didn't they kind of... Oh, no, that's a past gen. Never mind.
Oh.
I was trying to... I thought that...
So anyways,
The
continue.
Old Republic. Kotaku discovered a job listing. EA Canada is looking for an experienced animation director to help define and deliver on the vision for a major new next-gen open-world action game. It was announced earlier that Visceral Games will be working on Star Wars games for the next 10 years, and now there are reports that EA Canada and Visceral Games are working together on something.
So if you put 2 and 2 together,
Open-world Star Wars games for the next gen.
woohoo! That sounds so cool. I can't wait. I love Star Wars and I like open world games, and if they can deliver, that'll be sweet.
Yeah, I had a
Another-
Star Wars game on their original Xbox. It's the last one I played.
And they're just like releasing a new like DLC pack for the Old Republic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I know that, like they said, there's going to be 10 years of Star Wars games made by Visceral Games, and that DICE is making the next Battlefront, and so that'll be awesome. And then it's just like, I don't know, I'm excited about Star Wars' future in gaming. Not sure on the movies yet. We'll see how those go, but gaming is really exciting right now. Okay, next on the news is the PlayStation 4 is the UK's fastest selling console ever. It sold 250,000 units in the first 48 hours, while the Xbox One sold 150,000 units. And compare to some previous consoles that held records, the PSP had the previous record at 185,000 units in the first 48 hours, and the PS3 had 165,000. So the PS4 shattered those. That's pretty good. Good times.
Impressive.
And you also got to think about how how small the UK is compared to other countries. So like how we sold 1 million in the United States in the first 24 hours or whatever. In the first 48 hours, they sold a fourth of that in a tiny country compared to the United States. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
And then it was announced that the PS4 has sold over 2.1 million units globally during its first 2.5 weeks so far on the market. That is awesome. That makes it the fastest selling video game console in history. Sony hopes to sell 3 million consoles by the end of the year and 5 million by the end of March 2014. Microsoft has not announced how many they have sold. They're being tight-lipped about it and very vague, which people are speculating on the internet. By people, I say like Game Informer and IGN and stuff, speculating that this is because they're not selling nearly as many as the PlayStation 4 is worldwide right now, because there were so many that were out of stock. They ran out of stock really quick, and so.
Oh, the 150,000 is not something to scoff at.
150,000. Where's that? Oh yeah, in the UK. Yeah, absolutely. It's when you think about the 250,000 for PS4 in the UK, 150,000 for the Xbox One. That's still right behind what the PS3 and the PSP sold on their opening weekends, and those were records. So that's still a really good number. The Xbox or the PS4 just exceeded what they expected. So yeah, it's a good time to be a gamer.
Well, I think it makes sense because, the PS4, it's a next-gen console. It's a lot faster and better than current gen, and it's cheaper than the Xbox One. So,
much cheaper. So it's one of those battles that Sony is currently winning on. So we'll see how long that lasts. If, right now, in the U.S., the PS4 is beating the Xbox One, but will that last? As somebody pointed out on Twitter today, the Xbox One is so American, everything about it is American, that eventually Xbox One will probably beat the PS4 in America, but the PS4 will probably win worldwide, just like the PS3 did last generation.
Also, my roommate brought this up because she was talking to her brother about whether or not he should get the PS4 or the Xbox One. And she told him the Xbox One because he's not a hardcore gamer. He's not a gamer. So he likes media and he likes Netflix and all that other kind of stuff.
Yep. Those are people who would definitely need the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's for Xbox One caters to those kind of people much more. In my opinion. And some other people's opinions. But whatever. Jess, what's next on the news?
Microsoft is aware of the party issues that have been going on recently. I've heard a lot about them. There's not guide overlay like on the 360, and there's no timeline for when it'll be fixed, but they say it'll be eventually.
Yeah, it really sucks that there's issues with party chat. When the Xbox 360 was one of the things it was known for was how excellent party chat was. And just how do you mess that up,
Yeah.
You had it perfect. Don't change anything. Just keep it the same and everyone will be happy. So I don't know. That seems like a silly misstep on Microsoft's part. But again, they'll fix it. It's gonna be better. It'll get better probably by the end of the fiscal year, which will be by March. I assume it'll be here by the end of this year, but if not, by the end of the fiscal year, because they need to make money and they can't have missteps like that. But yeah, it's really weird. I mean, the PS4's party chat's okay. I've used it a little here and there. I've used it cross game and in game. My only issue is that it's kind of hard to hear people. That's it. Other than that, it's fine. So
Yeah, it definitely sounds like the Xbox One is having a few more problems than the PS4.
Right now it is. It's like a lot of people said, is that the Xbox One probably came out a little bit too early. They probably should have held on a little bit longer. But they had to come out, they had to compete. And they are. They're competing monetarily. They're making money. Brennan, what's next on the news?
EA is aware of Battlefield 4 DLC issues on the Xbox One.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, the Xbox One timed exclusive Second Assault DLC having issues downloading. The EA representative posted that EA is aware of it and is investigating it with Microsoft.
Seems like everything Microsoft does, it sucks! No, I'm just kidding. They're also having issues on PlayStation, I hear now. It was timed exclusive, like it said, for Xbox, so they knew about the problems on Xbox first. And now they're finding out that it's also having issues on PS4, so it's all next-gen consoles.
Poor Battlefield 4.
Yeah, it sucks for Battlefield 4. I know a lot of people who play it.
Boo.
Yeah, fuck it. Battlefield sucks. Just kidding. For all you people who like it.
I've never played.
I've never played it
So-
either. I played Battlefield Bad Company and Battlefield Bad Company 2, but that's it.
I've only played Battlefield 2 for the computer.
Oh, really?
It was great.
You're great.
I haven't played any
Thank
Battlefield
you.
games, so...
Let's go get something to eat, Brendan. Why
Yeah.
not? Let's get some pizza.
We just had pizza.
We did have pizza. Okay, next on the news. PlayStation Plus perks for December have been announced. Borderlands 2, Grid 2, Urban Trial Freestyle, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, and Diad, or something like that, are all going to be free this month on PlayStation Plus. So, yes!
That's
Because
Borderlands
you know how
2 for
people are
free.
clamoring for Sonic All-Stars.
Hey, Borderlands 2 is what makes it all worth it. All the rest of the games, go fuck themselves. Don't care. Borderlands 2, man. We're like flying through this podcast.
Sonic's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, I'll probably download all those games just to
Unlike-
try them.
If you want to borrow like the first Sonic and Sega All-Stars, you can, because I didn't really like it much.
Why not?
Because there was this one level where it's about halfway through the tournament, where even on easy it's terrible because it's crazy turns.
Oh, those racing games?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I probably won't. I don't really like racing games or kart games.
Yeah, like...
Well, it's
racing
kind of like
games
Mario
are so
Kart, where
good.
there are like a bunch of like weapons that you can use, and there's a battle mode.
Yeah, but that's like saying that something else is like Mario. Nothing's like Mario. Sorry, I had no example. I really wanted to say something.
Wow.
I was like, Donkey Kong. No, that's not like Mario. Zelda. No, that's not like Mario. Fuck, what's like Mario?
Nothing's like
Well,
Mario.
Donkey Kong spawned Mario.
I think I had a dream about that. No, I had a dream about somebody like saying, okay, now this dream is getting really weird. Now it's all coming back to me. This is gonna sound stupid. Somebody was like dressed as Donkey Kong or something,
Wow.
and somebody was dressed as Mario, and like they had barrels, and like there was a hill, and they were like, it would be funny if we were like really Donkey Kong and Mario, or yeah, Donkey Kong and Mario. Donkey Kong, the guy who was dressed up like that, threw the barrel and it really hit him and it made him fall down. And for some reason that was like hysterical. I don't remember. And why did I dream that? That's so weird. Oh. Okay, well, guess that's what happens when I don't get enough sleep. Nerdy dreams. Okay. So, Jess, what is last on our news?
Yay, okay. Lindsay Lohan supposedly considering taking legal action against Rockstar. Rumor
Oh my-
claiming that she thinks Rockstar used her likeness in GTA 5.
There are three examples that are being claimed allegedly why she wants to take legal
Okay.
action. What are those three?
Alright, number one, player escorts actress Lacey Jones away from paparazzi.
And apparently, Lacey Jones is supposed to be her, and apparently it's making fun of all the time she's had run-ins with paparazzi. Okay.
What celebrity... Okay.
Well, what
anyways.
celebrity hasn't had that happen, right?
Anyways, okay, number two...
Andre the Giant.
Shut up.
Shut up.
No one wants to mess with him.
No one fucks with that.
Number two, player photographs an actress with red hair in fictionalized version of the Chateau Marmont Hotel.
Which is a hotel that she lived in for a long time and still frequents. So apparently, it's got to be her. Even though it's not the hotel, it's just a fictionalized version. And it's a red-haired actress, so it has to
Oh,
be her.
shoot.
She's the only red-haired actress, right?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
ever go there. Never wants another one. Couldn't be.
And then number three, piece of art in game shows a woman holding an iFruit phone.
You know the piece of art I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The one with the blonde girl with the big boobs and the red bikini or whatever holding
Yeah.
the phone? That's the one that's apparently her.
When I saw that
stop.
picture, that did not say Lindsay Lohan.
Like, when
At
I played
all.
through the game, I did not think of Lindsay Lohan. I did not say,
Apparently,
oh...
fans are saying it's Kate Upton, making fun of Kate Upton or something like that. But then last year, there was like a British actress who came forward and said that she was the one that posed for the poster or whatever for that.
Well, there
and
are
did everything.
like actual records of her being paid.
Yeah, I know, and she actually showed the proof of her getting paid for it or whatever. And so, if all of this is true, Lindsay Lohan is a dumb cunt. Like, Jesus, this is stupid. Because I cannot believe she would be this stupid. But, I mean, she's probably hurting for money, right?
But hey, she played GTA 5. Or at least saw somebody on the loading screen.
You know what happened? She heard our podcast talking about how much Rockstar has in lawsuits and was like, let me jump on this.
And how much money they made over the first 24
Yes,
hours, the $1 billion
exactly.
or whatever. Like, I need some of that.
Oh,
Or
man.
one of her crackhead boyfriends probably played the game. Was like, that's totally my babe.
Hey,
you know?
allegedly crackhead.
Allegedly crackhead.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Sorry, we don't want to send her back to jail.
Stop,
God.
Lindsay, stop.
Dumb. Yeah, just go to your home. Go hide.
Go play with Herbie again.
With what? Was that a movie she was in?
Herbie Fully Loaded, right?
Yeah,
Is
it
that what
was
it's
like the worst Herbie movie.
Oh, is that the car one?
Yeah.
The racing
with the
one?
bug.
With the talking car or something like that?
No,
He
he's
just-
a sentient car.
Yeah, he just
Oh.
communicated.
Who's like been around for like decades.
Sentient car.
Like Herbie.
My bad.
Herbie
Talking
Lowe.
car was not good enough.
No, it wasn't. Herbie the love bug. Herbie like goes bananas.
No,
I know.
Oh, well,
sorry. Not into that.
okay then.
We know what Brendan bought on Black Friday
Yeah.
now. Catching up on his Lindsay Lohan movies.
No, she wasn't in any of those
Oh.
except for the newest one.
Oh.
The older ones are like a few decades old.
Well, you probably bought those too.
No, I didn't. I just
you've
watched
seen
them when
them.
I was a kid.
Oh, okay. All right, now let's move on to the topic of the week, or topics. I got to get that right one week.
La, la, la,
One
la,
week,
la.
I will eventually say topics of the week
You don't even
first.
put it on the sheet, though.
But if it's one segment,
it
then
says
what?
topic.
Fuck.
That's what it is.
What?
Nothing.
You know what? Brendan, go first. I'm punishing you and making you go first.
So mounts and games.
Mounts and games.
Those are pretty awesome.
Yeah? What about...
Well, I hate them when I'm a low level, but as soon as I reach the level, I automatically love them.
Oh, yeah, as in, like, 1 through 20 on World of Warcraft, you can't get it, and then all of a sudden you can at 20, so you hate it up until then, and then you love it? That kind
Yeah,
of thing?
kind of thing.
Where you're like, why are you riding past me on that awesome horse while I have to walk through the fields? That kind of thing?
Yeah,
'Cause
or
I did
also
that.
like I hate it when people buy an incredibly amazing mount
Oh, like a super griffin with golden armor and
with
stuff.
teleportation abilities.
Yeah, you're just like, why are you so cool and I am not? That, yeah, I go through those too.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite mount?
A dragon.
A dragon in...
Skyrim.
Ooh, have you ridden a dragon in Skyrim so far?
Yes.
Yet? You have?
Yes.
Yes. Is that with the Dragonborn
DLC. Yeah.
I have not played that yet. I probably will not ever play that. I need to get the Legendary Edition or whatever of Skyrim so that I can try it, because I'm not going to buy just the DLC by itself. It's just not happening. It's too expensive.
Well, it's like $35
For the Dragonborn or the Legend?
for all
Legendary?
3 DLCs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you can get basically, or this weekend you could have got, or actually still Cyber Monday or Cyber Week probably, you could still get the Legendary Edition or whatever, the Collector's Edition,
Yeah,
whatever, the Game of the
60%
Year.
off.
Yeah, for the Skyrim with all the DLC included. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I already have Skyrim, so it's like, why would I do that? But, I've done stupider things with games, like sell back the Uncharted trilogy and then buy it 3 months later. So, it's whatever. Anything else you want to talk about mounts? I mean,
Oh, yeah. My experience with mounts is with Wizard 101. And this is my mount that I have with my
she's
character.
showing us a mount.
I'm showing it.
Is a
It's like a
horse
horse-looking
with scales and a dragon head and a
Yeah.
lion mane.
And it has like golden
horn.
locks and like a unicorn's horn. And it's like awesome. I love
And
it.
it's wicked.
I love it.
It's
But
kinda
I
creepy.
bought it and spent money on it. So
How much did you spend on it?
it was only like $5 for the pack of cards.
Mhm.
And then like it was in it. So I was like, yeah,
Well, that's
awesome.
cool. Does it have any special abilities?
It just goes faster than everyone else's.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So,
Winning
yeah.
races. I like winning races. I mean, my first experience with a mount would have been Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or with the horse, or Harvest Moon, Save the Homeland with the horse. So, after that, there weren't very many mounts in games, honestly. There just aren't, or
For
there
some reason,
weren't.
there was a period where MMOs just didn't have mounts.
Mhm.
Get kind of annoying.
Yep. And then my first MMO mount was a horse on a human's mount on WoW, which was a horse. And so yeah. So I mean, mounts are cool. They make you faster, which is really cool, really
They
special.
can look pretty cool, but they can also look really stupid.
I like mounts that can help in battle.
Yes.
Like, what game is that? There was a game recently where if you get a mount and you get off of it, it can help you in battle.
Is that kind of like Ni no Kuni?
No, Ni no Kuni's not. No.
No.
I'm talking about it would be like a real world or real time battle system, kind of like
What?
Skyrim or something.
Well, I know you can set your like pet or like mount to aggressive in like World of Warcraft.
Is that new?
No. Or it maybe is another game I'm mixing.
Yeah,
up
there's too many games. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, so anything else you want to talk about mounts?
No.
Jess, what's your topic?
Fighting in games, like not fighting, but like
What's
killing
that?
enemies.
Wait, fighting in games?
No, like killing enemies, like methods of killing enemies in games.
Okay.
So, like for Sleeping Dogs, for an example, I liked fist fighting and like punching.
Oh,
and
like
kicking.
styles of
yeah,
fighting?
like that. Versus
So-
guns and weapons.
Okay,
and
so
blowing
guns,
up and
guns, hand-to-hand combat, swords,
Yeah.
throwing weapons, bow and
archery,
arrows,
magic.
magic, pet kills, using animals and stuff. So are you like favorites? Is that what you're talking about?
Favorites and like, pros and cons to each, etc.
Oh God. Well, I'll tell you what. My favorite battle system, like real time open world battle system, is Kingdoms of Amalur. By far the coolest battle system I've seen. It was really, really interesting. It was different from everything else I've ever played. It's like Skyrim and Oblivion and all that stuff, like Elder Scrolls, but it's cooler. So it was really cool.
And you use like swords and stuff.
You can
like
use
that?
swords and knives and like they had all these different names, scepters and wands and chakras and
Stuff.
there were crazy ass weapons in that game. And you could be like a two-handed sword wielder that is also a sneaky thief and can stab people in the back with little knives. It's like you didn't have to be one. You could be everything. And you could be a magic archer user. You could be a magic, heavy sword user. It was so cool. It's really the coolest battle system I've played.
Did you like the battle system in BioShock Infinite where you had the drinks, like with the powers, the fire, the drink?
Oh, yeah,
and
the
then
vigors?
And then
think
like
that's what they're
guns
called in
or
that one.
punching. Yeah, they're called vigors. I just
Yeah.
couldn't think about it.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
love Infinite's battle system. I loved the I think the abilities were cooler in BioShock 1 than they were in BioShock Infinite, if I remember correctly. It's been too long and too many games in between since I've played them. But they were really cool. I enjoyed it. Infinite was a cool battle system. But if you had to choose... Sorry. Brendan, what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Actually, probably in Atlantica. It's like when you roam around the world and you fight someone, it's your party that fights, not you.
Okay.
And you can like hire a lot of mercenaries to help like different classes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more turn-based, so if you're since I'm kind of crappy at like just actually fighting like face-to-face, I can actually like use strategy and do it in my turn.
That's kind of what I was going to ask after that. Was that do you guys prefer like real-time battle systems, or do you prefer turn-based battle systems, or what do you guys think?
I understand and like get why turn-based battle systems are cool, but I like real-time better, just because it's more realistic to me. Like,
Yeah.
I can imagine it better, I guess. I don't really know.
Real time is more fun for me when I'm heavily overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up with turn-based, so turn-based was kind of like my thing. Every game I played, all the Pokemon games and all the early RPGs and stuff were all turn-based for me. But then I started playing Skyrim and Oblivion and Fallout and all these first-person shooters and stuff. And now I prefer real-time battle systems much more than turn-based. But the occasional turn-based game is amazing. Like playing Lost Odyssey, that was the first turn-based game I had played since a Pokemon game in the past, like 5 or 6 years. And it was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. Why do games not do this anymore? But then after playing it for like 40 or 50 hours, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go back to real battle systems. I can't stand doing all this planning. But yeah. So, okay. Weapon systems. Which weapons do you prefer? If you had to choose any style weapon, hand-to-hand, magic, guns, two-handed swords, sword and shield, all that, wand, everything. If you had to choose one.
I think mine would be hand-to-hand. Oddly, I like
So
magic. Magic would be my second. Like, it's so cool. Like when, for example, in Sleeping Dogs, like when you would walk up and just
snap somebody's neck,
snap someone's arm, or do something crazy like that. Like it'd be so I'd be so in awe versus like blowing their head off with a gun. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, that's what guns do, versus like a person going up and kicking someone's ass.
Fair enough. And magic would be your second, you said?
Magic is my second, just because it's cool.
It is cool. Depending on what style of magic it is, and then from what, like, mythology and everything. Because if it's, like, gay... what is it? Twilight style.
Twilight
sparkly.
style?
I'm just thinking, like, sparkly skin. I know, that's not magic, but still. It's just like, if it's some stupid form of magic, then you don't want that.
Like Magic the Gathering?
I can't comment on
There
that.
goes the
There we go. I don't really
weekly
know.
reference Brendan makes. No one knows what he's talking about.
What's your weapon of choice?
The sword.
Or fighting style of choice?
Using
Just
sword.
a sword?
Yes.
Two-handed sword or sword and shield or what? Or just one sword, dual-wielding swords?
Dual-wielding sword.
Dual-wielding swords. Nice.
Yes.
Is that like from like just? Are you basing that off like Skyrim or just a lot of games?
Well, like when I'd read like those types of books, I'd always like the dueling swords, and whenever I play games like Skyrim or like any MMO, I try to go for dual wielding if it's
Dual-wielding's
possible.
cool, yeah. It's speed, dexterity using the two swords. They're not nearly as strong as a two-handed sword, but you attack so much faster.
Yeah,
with
if you
them.
get in close, then you win.
Well, until they get one swing on you, because you're normally light armor
Yeah, but
user.
the two-handed sword was developed for more like stabbing and thrusting.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless you're just a big beefy guy that literally litters every game that he has two-handed swords in. Then they use it to swing.
Well, even like the giant from like the clan Maxwell, he uses the biggest like claymore in like record, still used it for stabbing mostly.
Okay.
Or else you might like get your blade stuck if you swing too hard because it's so heavy.
Yeah, but these guys are like beefy steroid users who can swing it like 1,000 miles an hour and chop right through somebody, so it doesn't matter. We're talking about in games, not in real life, bro.
Okay. Well, in games, yeah, there's always a brute class that's freaking annoying.
See? You're going to ask me what my favorite is? It's the brute class.
Gosh dang it.
I'm the big two-handed sword user. In fact, I'm going to dual wield them. No, it's like
That'd be pretty
giant
awesome.
claymores. Die! Oh, yeah.
Use them as chopsticks.
Yeah, there you go. That's definitely me. That's me. I'm the big sword guy. That's not compensating for anything. It's just the way I've been playing games ever since I was little. But if I had to choose a secondary, it would either be magic or archery. I love archery, but I'm not very good at it. And so
Yeah.
magic has always
archery.
been my second.
I hate archery because I can't always get... Like, I have bad luck with retrieving arrows.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus I suck at aiming.
And Skyrim, that's what I use sometimes when I was like against a dragon or whatever that's flying around in the sky.
With the Falmer, archery is the best.
Yeah, I used archery.
Okay, so now let's move on to my topic. Are you ready?
I am
Give me an
ready.
introduction, Brendan.
And now, an excellent reading from
Dramatic?
Courtney Osborne.
Dramatic.
P4G stuff. Vita, game, Sony.
Okay, so a rumor is going around school that by looking at a TV screen at midnight on a rainy night, the face of your soulmate will be revealed. But a grisly chain of murders seems to be connected to the rumor, and you must gather a team strong enough to brave the bizarre world inside the TV to solve this mystery. Persona 4 Golden on Vita. That's right. So anyways, that's not really my topic, guys. My topic is has to do with a few PS4 things. First of all, on Playroom, you know the app that we recorded that podcast on a few weeks ago, with the robots and stuff.
See.
There's a new free DLC for it, and it's called Toy Maker. And if you connect your phone or your Vita to your PS4, what you can do is it gives you a screen to draw on with different colors and stuff, and different like fill-in and just lines and stuff. You can draw a toy and say done, and then flip it, and it flies out onto the screen, and then the robots play with it and stuff, and you can hit it around too.
Oh,
so you can basically draw whatever you want and throw it out there and stuff. It is really, really cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It could be really naughty.
Yeah.
But it could be really cool. It was cool. So I was like drawing random shapes and stuff, and I drew a basketball and threw it out there, and it's cool. But yeah.
Put like just about 50 like rubber balls. Just throw it at them.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. There's 3 trophies for it, I believe. I already got them all because I'm a trophy whore. Anyway, so moving on from that. The other topic part I want to talk about is fucking Killzone Shadowfall. Okay, guys. First-person shooter, right? Sci-fi, all that stuff, you know. What makes a good first-person shooter? Do you guys know?
Story.
Yeah. What else? What do you need to be a first-person shooter?
Something to shoot.
Right? Okay. Also?
Something to shoot with.
Yes. And then? What puts those two together?
The
Scenery.
environment.
Well,
Enemies.
you guys are on the right page, I guess. You just need it to be a first-person fucking shooter, right? I mean, that's what you need to be a good shooter. So, the first 7 chapters of Killzone Shadowfall, excellent, you know? Good first-person shooter. Good mechanics, shooting stuff, all that stuff. Chapter 8, however. Chapter 8, let's talk about this. You are falling from the sky. Really fast, in fact. And you have to control your guy, and like you're basically like on this one of those hang gliders kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where like they have the wings between their arms and stuff, and you can fly and stuff like that. You can't fly, but you can glide. So you're basically doing that as you're falling down through a city that is collapsing around you, and you have to go in between shit. Over shit, under shit, all that stuff, and the controls are extremely freaking hard because you're trying to like fly against the wind and stuff, and so it's really hard to figure out how to turn and you have to dive and then go up to be able to get more air and stuff and to be able to stay up longer and shit. And when I say stuff's falling down around you, I mean everything, fucking towers, buildings, you know, poles, all this stuff. It is the most frustrating level I have ever played in the game ever in my entire life. Because I spent 30 minutes on it trying to get past like a 5-minute part of this level because stuff is falling everywhere. It's hard to control. It's just like, it does not fucking belong in that game. That is the stupidest level. It ruined the entire experience for me. Killzone was an awesome game up until that point. The rest of the game, I was pissed. I hated the rest of the game because of that. It continued to be stupid. It was stuff that should not be in a first-person shooter. You do not need that shit to make a first-person shooter. If you want to make a game, then make that, but not in a first-person shooter. I am so angry. I don't know if you could tell, but I am so angry. That level ruined Shadowfall. It ruined it. Ugh. So, Guerrilla Games, I love what you're doing. I love what you've done. Keep up making Killzone. Don't ever fucking do that again. I swear to God, if you do that again, I will never buy another Killzone game. That was fucking stupid. So.
Were you playing it on easy?
Yes, I was playing it on easy.
Damn.
The game's still hard. That, even harder. That was the stupidest level. I swear. I kind of want to boot it up and let you guys try it. It is really, really stupid.
Oh,
so that's my
man.
topic, guys.
Oh, man.
Courtney's feelings hour.
I didn't have a topic until you said Killzone, and that's what brought it up. So, thank you for that, Brendan.
Did you look online to see if anyone else was saying anything about
yes,
that level?
everyone has
Everyone
problems
hates
with
it?
that. Yeah,
Oh, my gosh.
everyone hates it.
That sucks so bad. To put effort in a game like a part in the game like that and have it fail terribly.
The worst part about it, or the worst part and funniest part, is that I was live streaming when I was doing this, so I had people watching me as I failed over. I was like to the point where I wanted to throw a controller. I wanted to quit the game.
Rage quit.
I was like so angry. I was like no longer talking out loud over the like I normally talk when I live stream. I was sitting there like holding my head like, this is fucking stupid. Why am I fucking playing this game? I was so outrageously angry at that game. That was stupid. Anyways.
Well, that's good that you live here by yourself, that you don't
Yeah,
have people watching you.
So people don't... Well, even the people on the internet were watching.
Well, yeah.
Me. Anyways, so let's move on from that. Get over my anger. I got that out. You guys know about it. Everybody listening knows about it now. Let's move on to the listener questions.
Da-da-da-da.
Question number 1 from Dennis on Facebook. He asked, if you could put one protagonist and or villain from any game and put him in another game, who would it be? I really should have looked at these questions beforehand, because now I've got to think.
Yeah, now I got to think about it.
All right, let's say Nathan Drake. Put him in The Last of Us. There you go. I think he would be a good one, because he kills a lot of people. And I think he could help out Joel. That would be cool. Who else? I would put Knack in Assassin's Creed because it would be funny. I don't know. I really don't know. This is too deep of a question for me to think about.
Put Ezio in
I was about to
Skyrim.
say put Ezio in something.
Yeah, Ezio would be a badass in something like
In
that.
anything.
I'd like to see him like redo the Dark Brotherhood.
I got one. I think it would be cool to put Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, in Uncharted with Drake.
Or vice versa.
So yeah, so like they work together. They're the Tomb Raiders, Tomb raiding the Uncharted.
The Tomb Charters.
You know,
my goodness.
Unrated.
Unrated.
Wow.
You know, that was so funny. See, now I like Elena. I like Elena a lot. But having Lara Croft, that would be perfect for him.
And then they both team up to help their mentor, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I would put Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5 in any zombie
In an
game.
asylum.
Any zombie game, any Call of Duty, whatever, zombie mode, whatever, he would kill everything. He would kill everything.
Can you imagine him, like, he'd just be, like, summoning the hordes endlessly in, like, Left 4 Dead.
Like, oh my gosh. He does rampages in Grand Theft Auto 5, so, like, it would just be perfect. It's set up for that. They should make a game.
Brendan, what is the next question from Dennis?
What games would you show someone that is not into gaming and make the argument for that they are art?
Skyrim.
Oh, yeah, Skyrim's beautiful.
Probably, like, an artistic game.
See, yeah, if you're going to do that, do, like,
Well, is gaming an art?
Journey. Gaming is an art.
Just show, like,
Gaming
a really
is a fine
beautiful
art,
game.
just like movies, just like music, just like all that stuff. Well, I don't know if that's fine art, but it's art.
Yeah, movies I don't think are fine arts.
No, what are they called? Not literature. Do you guys know?
Media arts?
Media, whatever. I don't know. It's this part of the my argument for this is an argument I made on Twitter the other day to somebody. Was the fact that they were saying that they're just not into gaming, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't have to be into gaming to appreciate gaming. Gaming is the same as you reading a book. Gaming is the same as you watching a movie. Gaming is the same as you watching a TV show all the time. Everyone has their own thing that they do. They read books every night. They do all this stuff. You know, I game every night. All you have to do is be able to appreciate that I do that as my art, my medium, you know, my way of getting a story told to me. And so that's kind of like my argument for this is all games are an art. Everything is an art, or everything is the same. It's all the same.
They do provide more entertainment value than a movie.
Yeah, well, if you're into the interaction, if you're into doing it all and not watching it all, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like 60 hours is better than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or I'd show Assassin's Creed 4. Just the graphics. Like,
show them at
screw the
sea,
story
show them what
mode.
it's like.
Yeah.
Or show them, like, Brotherhood with the, like, pannings, like, view of Rome. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
I would show The Last of Us just to show the cinematic experience, the emotions you go through. I would show BioShock Infinite just because of how beautiful that game was, because it was artistic style.
I'd show
What about
Ni no
a
Kuni.
shell shaded game?
Cell shaded Ni no
Yeah.
Kuni. Yeah, exactly.
I'd show Final Fantasy games.
Oh yeah,
Also, because
they're beautiful.
they're really cool looking.
Now, and that's just looking at the graphics is what
Yeah.
we're talking about. That's why like games like BioShock Infinite, The Last of Us, Ni no Kuni, the stories told in those games are incredible. Assassin's Creed have good stories, but I don't argue that those stories are amazing. They're good.
I think they're interesting.
Yeah, they're interesting, but they're just not. They're not those phenomenal stories.
Well, I kind of like qualify it like, would I read a book about it?
Oh yeah, I absolutely would, but they're still not the stories that you come away wowed from. They're just stories.
Yeah, like Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. When you come out with a game every single year, you kind of run out of ideas eventually. But yeah. So, anyways, then the next question, which is basically what your topic was last week, correct?
Yeah, except I kind of failed at finding examples.
Dennis asked, should games be made into movies?
Yeah, they're getting better. Like the Prince of Persia movie was great.
Yes, it was. And the Resident Evil movies are great, even though they're not directly based on the games.
They're inspired by.
Yeah, they're inspired by in the same universe kind of thing, but they're not the same.
Because I know I've been extremely excited for both like a Halo movie and an Uncharted movie.
Did you see The Last of Us movie was trademarked?
Really?
I need to play that game.
The Last of Us
Good
movie
Lord.
was trademarked. Or copyrighted or something, one of those things. Yeah. So now everyone's like, whoa, The Last of Us is going to get
As
a
long
movie!
as they get like a good director.
Yeah.
Like, not like
Yeah, like Michael Bay.
And this could be something where
Shia LaMann or whatever
Sony
his
just
name is.
trademarks everything in order to protect the rights and stuff, so sometimes they don't even do anything with it. So it could be that. You never know. But yeah, so I think they should be, as long as they get the right directors, the right actors, and the right writer for the story. Because if
Yeah.
you're not going to do a good story, why even make it?
I think also you should kind of stay true to the story.
They should stay canonical.
Because like I don't think just there's so many, like for an example, Avatar: Last Airbender, the movie sucks so bad I couldn't even handle it.
Yeah, that's what I heard from everybody. That's why I refuse to ever watch it. I
It
don't
was
ever want to see it.
so
I don't want to
horrible.
ruin what Avatar is for me by watching that.
Frustrating, man. Man, anyways, keep going.
Movies have a terrible like record of being unfaithful.
Yes, they
Dear
do.
Lord.
Just like, never mind. Jess, what's the next question from Dennis?
Do you think PC gaming has a lot to offer versus the consoles, like better graphics and modding, or do you think picking a console is easier and therefore more fun?
PC gaming sucks. Move on.
Well, it has some advantages with modding.
Yeah, it
because
has a
that
lot
can be
of
really
advantages.
fun. Although I kind of prefer like a game to where it's kind of the base thing,
Yeah.
because it can get too complicated. Like
See, that's what PC gaming is for me. Is it's too complicated. It's something I don't ever want to get into because you have to change graphic cards. You have to get better RAM. You have to do all this stuff to make sure it runs your games. And then even that, some games it's still not going to be good enough for. And then so you're going to have to downgrade your graphics, and you're not going to be able to play with what it all is. With a console, I have a $400 PS4 that will never change. I will never have to buy any extras for it to play the games I want to play. I have the games, and they're always going to be able to run on it until they move on to the next console. And that'll be, 5, 6, 10 years down the road, whenever they decide to do that. And I don't have to... Computers go out of date like every 2 years. Well,
Yeah.
faster than that,
The
but
average
you can keep
computer
them
life
for
is
longer.
like 2 years, yeah. But I think PC gaming is good for like MMORPGs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. But versus
and I like playing them on there. I loved WoW. That's in fact I got this computer because of WoW. I got it with all brand new graphics card and all this new memory and everything like that back 3 or 4 years ago, just to play WoW. But yeah.
But like mainstream games, like games that are for consoles and PCs,
Yeah.
it's just weird to play with a keyboard.
Yeah, I prefer to play console. Prefer my controller.
You can use your controller on your computer, but it's a weird process.
Yeah. Dennis asks, do you guys think exclusives still matter and why?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they matter. I think it's coming with the way that gaming is changing, that they matter more and more. Like, I saw this meme on Twitter that was like a picture of Mona Lisa, and it was like 1995 gaming, and it was the whole picture, and then like some
the DLC
extras.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, that is so true.
Yeah, the picture splits up.
Yeah, the picture like splits up as it gets more recent.
$15,
Yeah.
$15.
And so you get like a corner of the picture, and the rest costs money. It's like DLC and exclusives and stuff like that.
It's ridiculous. No, I think exclusives really matter because that's why people buy certain consoles. You know, I want my PS4 because I like Killzone, because I like Studio Japan making games like Knack. I like Naughty Dog making Uncharted and The Last of Us. I love those games on PlayStation 4, and I like Halo on Xbox. I like Fable on Xbox. You know, it's just like, if I understand the argument for having them on all consoles being cool and stuff, but then you have no reason to buy the different consoles and stuff, because then there would be no competitiveness between consoles. One of them would just completely die out. It would either be the Xbox or the PlayStation. Nobody would even care. And I think it's very, very healthy for the market to have exclusives and to be able to make the consoles competitive with each other, to keep getting better and to not settle on being average like Madden. Madden not having an NFL counterpart to battle with sucks, because now Madden is a terrible game.
Yeah.
Nobody freaking likes it anymore because it just doesn't compete with anybody. It's the ruler. It has the monopoly on NFL games.
Yeah.
And that sucks. And we don't want that to happen to consoles. Ever.
It's starting to happen with 2K, too.
Yeah, NBA.
Because NBA Live is not... It's not even...
That's true. What about you, Brendan?
Well, I say that they're important.
Oh, okay.
Well, I said that, so I'm reiterating.
Oh, yeah, I know, but you just haven't talked a lot about it, so I didn't know if you wanted to say anything else.
Because I don't, feel much detail about it. I just think they are, because, I might not buy the PS4 simply because I like the exclusives for the Xbox.
Yep. Fair enough. Even though there are less. Do you want Killer Instinct?
No.
Do you want Kinect Dance? Do you want Kinect Sports or Fitness?
Who does?
Now, see, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, but Halo 5. Oof. Maybe.
He's like, maybe. Well, okay. Anyway, so
if it does exist.
Yeah, Halo will exist, and there will be a Halo next year. We don't know what it's called.
I just really love that franchise. So.
I do too. I love Halo, but it's not enough to make me get an Xbox right now.
Well, I've just never played any of the PS4 exclusives, so it doesn't really.
You played Uncharted.
Yeah, but I can, make my cousin let me play his PS3.
Yeah, okay.
And so it doesn't really matter that much to me since I haven't experienced it. So,
next question, Jess.
Do you think that the fact...
From Justin on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, from Justin on Facebook. Do you think the fact the PS4 didn't have a system seller per se affected the sales in any way?
No.
Explain to me what that means.
Okay, he's saying, do you think the fact that the PS4 didn't have Uncharted 4 at launch day made it to where it didn't sell as good? Or something like that? That's kind of what it's saying is...
Like something that...
Like, that was really simplified way of saying it. He's saying just like an awesome, outstanding game that everyone really, really wants, not on release day. And so he's asking, do you think that made the PS4 not sell as well as it could have?
No, not at all.
No, I don't think that at
No,
all.
not at all.
It's sold out
Clearly
everywhere.
from our numbers earlier.
Yeah, it's sold out. I don't think it affected it at all. I think that if there was something like an Uncharted 4 on release day, I think the pre-orders may have been higher, but they still wouldn't have got their console on release day because they could only give out so many. So
I also think that maybe if the Xbox One had something like that, like if Titanfall would have came out with the Xbox
if they had
One,
Uncharted, they would have sold more.
Then they would have at least stayed more competitive. With
yeah, if
PS4.
Titanfall would have been out on release day for Xbox One, it would have sold much more. If Uncharted or The Last of Us or something like that was on the PS4 on release day, it would have sold more. The Order 1886, if it was on there, it would have sold much more. But at the same time, they still can only make so many units for release day, and so it still probably would have only sold 2.1 million in its first 2 weeks, like it did.
Yeah.
But over the course of the next month or two, it may have sold more than it will actually right now. Who knows? Well, it's one of those we'll have to wait and see. Brendan, what's the next question?
From Jonathan on Facebook, what do you think about the order potentially being delayed towards the end of 2014?
The order is not potentially delayed. It was never announced that it was going to come out any earlier than the end of 2014. Therefore, I think it's awesome. I mean, there's no delay. It's coming out in 2014. They never said spring. They never said summer. They never said Q1, Q2, anything like that. They only said 2014. And everyone I know in the business expected it to be next fall. So it's going to be next October, or it's going to be next November, or it's going to be next December. And that's perfectly fine because it's going to be a freaking awesome
What's
game.
the order? I don't know what it is.
The Order 1886. I did a spotlight on it a few weeks ago on my 10-day countdown, if you didn't read it.
I probably didn't read it.
Apparently not. It is an alternate history game. There's an order of people who are fighting against these beast, half human people. And it's been a war for like a millennium.
Like in Gurren Lagann.
And King Arthur established an order of people to fight against them or whatever, and they discover this thing called like black water, which makes them be able to basically live forever. Or age really slowly, and so they're fighting these monsters for centuries. And they get to the Industrial Revolution, or they're losing. The humans are losing to the beast people. And then they get to the Industrial Revolution way sooner than it should have actually happened in history, and it changes the war in the humans' favor. Now they can use these like electric weapons, electric like shooting weapons, magma guns, all these different crazy weaponry. They have blimps or whatever they're called. Do you know what blimps are called? The other name? Zeppelins. They could have Zeppelins and stuff all in the late 1800s, way before it should have happened or whatever. And so it's a third-person action-adventure shooter game. And yeah, it's really, really anticipated by everybody. Cool. But yeah, it looks cool.
So it's not delayed.
So yeah, it's not delayed. It's just never been expected that it was going to come out any earlier than the end of next year anyways. So I'm excited for that game. Chris asks, and you can ask by emailing us at mong.podcast@gmail.com or asking a question on Facebook or Twitter. He asked, why can't Nintendo characters find other love interests? What the fuck is wrong with Link and Mario? Don't they realize that those girls have nothing but trouble? There are others, guys.
Yeah, Link's got other people.
He's coming off a bad relationship, and
what?
I feel like Chris is coming off from like a bad relationship and like taking out his frustrations on like the questions.
I think that Nintendo is trying to say that we should stick with one person for our entire lives, even if they're a mess.
The Ocarina of Time said differently. He was engaged to the princess of the Zoras. Was
he willingly engaged to her?
Well, he agreed to it because he needed to get the jewel.
See?
He also had Meilon.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, she's a farm person.
Oh, yeah?
They gave him free milk. That one time.
I don't remember anything about Zelda, really. It's been too long.
Oh, well, it happened.
Yeah, I don't know. That is funny, though. I never really thought about it, that all these Nintendo characters fight for their women over and over and over in every game. They always get kidnapped.
Well,
or they always...
what are they going to do? Be dicks and not save them?
No, it's just the fact that they don't change the story. They don't make them different girls. They don't make them different guys. They don't make the story any different. It's always they get kidnapped, or it's always they do something. And
the Wind Waker kind of did it.
It was a sister, wasn't it?
She was like apparently Princess Zelda, but she wasn't.
Wasn't it a sister that got kidnapped, or was that just the beginning of the game?
I don't know. I just know what the recap in like the Phantom Hourglass told me.
No, whatever. Okay,
yeah.
I don't remember.
Oops.
I don't know. I think it's funny. Never thought about it before.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, and I didn't think that it was a problem.
Yeah. Wow.
Apparently, Chris thinks differently.
So, next question, Jess.
All right, from Chris on Facebook.
Chris.
From a different. The first one was spelled with a K. This one's spelled with CH. So yeah. Anyway, I am really interested to know who would win in a fight, Joel or Drake. Joel has survival experience and can make use of what he finds in the environment, and Drake is younger, quicker, and stronger. I'm not talking fist fight in a Hunger Games scenario type.
Well, if you're gonna go Hunger Games, I think Joel would win that. But if it's a fist fight, I'm pretty sure Drake would win. That's my 2 cents. Because, like he said, Joel has a survival experience and can make use of everything he finds in the environment. Joel has 20 years of experience doing that in the zombie apocalypse that happens in The Last of Us. Drake, on the other hand, is just a mass murderer with pirates. And shoots his guns and beats the crap out of people. So
Like
I think
a boss.
if they're just running at each other, and they're just going to fight, Drake could probably win because he's a lot younger. He could probably kick his ass. Or he would shoot his ass, that. But Joel, on the other hand, has few bullets, but has a lot of bricks and a lot of broken bottles and can pick stuff up and stuff like that. So I think Joel would win a Hunger Games style, like battle royale in a forest.
Yeah,
I haven't played The Last of Us, so I have not ascertained.
But you have listened to me.
I just listened. Yeah, I would agree then.
Okay.
Just based on.
I'll agree with
logic.
you then, Courtney.
Yeah, everyone agrees with Courtney. Courtney wins. Crowd goes wild. Sound like a weird
Yeah,
crowd.
that's a weird crowd. Anyway.
So what games are you playing right now, guys?
Final Fantasy 13. I
Still.
picked that back
Hey.
up still.
My buddy, Robbie, I bought him that.
Is he
kinda,
done
was a
with it
trade.
already?
No, he's playing it. He's like on chapter 8 or 9 or 10 now. Disc 2 or 3. Yeah, he's loving it now. So he's like, I'm like, yay, I got another person to like Final Fantasy.
It's a good game.
It's a great game.
That and I'm getting my roommates slowly into gaming, and so they're like, you keep talking about this Skyrim game, or Brendan keeps talking about this Skyrim game. Can you play it? And so I have it. I might play it for them.
Nice. It's such a great game. Brendan, what are you playing, bro?
Skyrim.
Skyrim. Oh yeah, you bought
You
the
said you're
DLC,
gonna
right?
redo it, right?
Or something like that.
Didn't you say
No,
you're going to
I
replay
was
it?
gonna. Oh yeah, I'm trying to replay it since I saved it my last game on my hard drive at home, so I have to redo that.
Good.
I'm trying to buy the DLC.
Ooh, good. I don't know
Okay,
why
really?
I know.
Shut up.
Me, I not playing anything at this exact moment because I just beat Killzone, Call of Duty Ghosts, Assassin's Creed, and Knack over the weekend.
How was Call of Duty Ghosts?
Call of Duty Ghosts was good. It was. I didn't play Black Ops 2. I skipped it. Played Ghosts. It was interesting. But at the end of the day, it's still Call of Duty. It's still a mindless shooter where you're just going through environments, killing everything in front of you, going from point A to point B. So it was cool. It was fun. Some of the levels were interesting, and it was a good story based on previous Call of Duty games I'd played. But it's just that mindless shooter. It's so burnt out for me.
Because I remember people online saying, "Oh, well, it's a different one. It's not Black Ops 3."
Yeah, it was better than what I had expected it to be. But like I said, it's still, if you've played all the Call of Duties like I have, it's just like, here we go again, And for the first 4 or 5 hours, I was having to not 4 or 5. It's only 5 hours long. It's not a very long campaign. For the first 2 hours, I was like, yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm in space now. I'm on the planet. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm killing all these people. And then it was just like, yeah, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing that. We're not changing anything. But at the same time, I don't want them to make me fly through the sky dodging buildings like Killzone did. So don't add that, Call of Duty. Don't add that.
You can find out what Courtney thought about Assassin's Creed 4 with his review.
Yes.
On middleofnowheregaming.com.
You should read it.
Yeah.
And my
I read
review
it.
for Killzone Shadowfall and my review for Knack will be going up either today, tomorrow, or the next day. So check out middleofnowheregaming.com for those reviews as well. But what I am playing right now, or what I will be playing as soon as you guys leave my apartment, is I will be playing Ys Memories of Celzetta on my PlayStation Vita, and I am so excited. So excited. So, moving on to game releases this week. We have a really jam-packed release schedule
God.
this week. On PlayStation 3, we had Gran Turismo 6. That's it. PlayStation 4, we had Tiny Brains and Escape Plan. That's it. What do we have on Vita, Brendan?
Rainbow Moon and Stick It to the Man.
Those sound fun.
Awesome. Jess, what do we have on Xbox 360?
Nothing.
What about Xbox One?
Nothing.
What about PC?
Star Wars The Old Republic, Galactic Starfighter.
Woo! Another Star Wars game.
Yeah.
What about on Wii U?
Nope.
Okay, what came out on 3DS, guys?
3D Sonic the Hedgehog, 3D Juoki,
Juoki!
and
Man.
Bravery Default.
Bravery Default, I've heard that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not a lot of games this week.
Yeah, no,
Remember those
games at
first
all.
month of our podcast where
Oh, dear
every
Lord.
week there was
It was a
20
whole
games on
bunch,
every console?
yeah.
I'm given it was like Just Dance 4
Yeah, but still.
Electric Boogaloo.
We're on the dead period of game releases right
I
now.
think everyone's just playing their Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
We're gonna be on the dead period probably until the end of January.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna freaking week after week we're gonna have big releases until the end.
I hate it when that happens though, because I'll buy a game and you're like, no, I should have waited.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that wraps it up. Let's move on to the closing segment. Again, we record every Tuesday and release on Wednesday. We ask you to email us any questions, suggestions, or comments to mong.podcast@gmail.com. We encourage you to sign up for our website. We want some more participation. One of our writers, Holly, wrote some excellent pieces this past week, and we needed comments, and we got none from you guys. So we need some comments on some of our blogs and stuff. We need some interaction because she wanted to do a blog where she wrote about a lot of you guys who commented, and she didn't really get very many. She got most of her comments from IGN or from us. So we need some interaction. Follow us on Twitter or on Facebook. Where can they find us?
You can type in the facebook.com/middle of nowhere gaming and then Mong in all caps. Or you can just search us. And then our Twitter handle is Mong Podcast.
Again, find us on the internet, on the interwebs at middleofnowheregaming.com, where you can find all of our latest blogs and our podcasts. Our podcast is also on iTunes, so be sure to rate and subscribe us there. We had Man Crush Mong Day on Monday. Hideo Kojima. So you should go read that piece from Holly. And she's doing a Woman Crush Wednesday, which should be today, anytime. Hopefully by the time you're listening to this, it'll be out. And it is for Blonde Nerd, a blonde girl who games and blogs on the internet. So go check that out. It also has an interview with her in it. So be sure and check that out.
It's a good thing that she's doing that, or else if it was me, I'd probably do Jessica Negri every week.
Yeah. Well, she probably won't be able to do it every week. So you should be able to. Next time.
Yeah, that or do the Frag Dolls, one by one.
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Here we go again, Brendan. Here we go again.
Okay.
Every week.
I'm done.
And, well, you can find us all on Twitter. I am Osborne_2009.
I am at Just Jayhawk.
I am Brendan Jester.
At Brendan Jester.
Yes,
Brendan
at Brendan
Jester.
Jester. I'm sorry.
Again, find us on Twitter and on Facebook, and we will see you next week, or talk to you next week, or something like that.
Well, bye. Oh my
Mom.
gosh, finals are coming up. Ugh.
Finally. Fuck that. College kids. They
Swag.
suck.